My name is William, and I am doing gold from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Please enjoy. Gold is one of the most used and coveted metals in the world. Gold is used for dental fillings, crowns, dental bridges, orthodontic appliances, electronic circuit boards, jewelry, medicine, and in general use for converting electricity. The reason why gold is suitable for dental fillings, bridges, and orthodontic appliances is because it can withstand chewing forces and last as long as 15 to 30 years within the mouth. Gold is also pleasing to the eye, and some people find it more acceptable than other tooth fillings because of its beauty. Gold has been used for crowns and jewelry since the ancient Greeks and even before. It was popular then and still is, mainly because it is not affected by atmospheric moisture, thus it does not rust. Gold suits people of all ages and covers all desires, as it is a very malleable metal, therefore it can be shaped into any desire, design, or shape. And for this reason, jewelry manufacturers also value it. Gold is used for conducting electricity because it has a very good metallic bond. Metallic bonds are made from a lattice of ions in a cloud of free electrons. These free electrons are responsible for the ability of metals to conduct electricity and conduct heat especially well. Gold is a suitable metal for medicine targeting specific diseases, for example, arthritis. In the case of arthritis, it can either be injected into a muscle, in the buttock, or arm. It can also be taken in a capsule through the mouth. Oral treatment. Gold treatment is used to cure arthritis, which is a bone damage disease in the joints. It helps relieve joint pain and stiffness, reduce swelling, bone damage, and reduce the chance of joint deformity and disability. Method of extraction. The main method of extracting is called hard rock mining. It is a method in which the metal is mined over an open area or an underground tunnel/mine to retrieve the gold directly from the rock. This method is the one used that recovers most of the gold in the world, and the mines where it's extracted from are huge. In fact, some of the largest are up to 4,500 meters deep, 4.5 kilometers. Once the gold has been extracted from the rock to its rough form, large machines known as crushers reduce the ore to pieces no larger than road gravel. The crushed gold ore takes form. The rock taken from the rock is placed in a weak cyanide solution mixed with zinc. The zinc added causes a chemical reaction because it's more reactive, where it dissolves and separates the gold from the core, leaving the pure gold. The problems of extraction. The main problems with the extraction process are the following: erosion. Excessive amounts of gold mining can wash away soil into nearby rivers, also stripping an area of soil completely. Worsen areas of erosion can also strip an area of its ability to support agriculture, as soil can be completely erased from an area. The cyanide used to separate the core and the gold is very toxic to living creatures. If the chemical enters a body, it damages the central nervous system, causing breathing failure and death. The cyanide used in gold mining can be washed into the ground and through erosion can make its way into lakes and streams. Whilst making gold mines or pits, a lot of land has to be cleared, which causes loss of biodiversity and deforestation, as deforestation, desertification, and of such is occurring in the area. Thus, animals flee or perish. Also, when the chemicals used in gold mining is washed into the soil and water, they poison the animals' sources of food and water. Large gold mining companies may bribe local governments to sell land cheaply or illegally. Then, as the mining companies will be powerful, they can force the indigenous communities out of their homes and take over their land. Here's how the metal is recycled. Recycling gold is very important as it is a metal on Earth that is limited. There are large quantities of it on Earth, yet it still runs out as the uses of gold are huge and since it's a very desired metal for jewelry. Also, as mining gold is one of the things proven to be worst for the environment and to not only animal society, human society as well. Its damages are significant. Instead of mining gold, recycling the huge amounts thrown away in everyday products such as circuit boards, cell phones, batteries, and pretty much any electricity conducting item will leave a great quantity of gold being recyclable. Thus, there will be no need to dig for more. The first step in recycling gold is to collect recyclable materials such as circuit boards, jewelry, coins, dental fillings, and so on. After doing this, it is highly necessary to sort out the purities of the targeted gold. The purities are measured in carats. The purities can be realized by assaying the recyclable material using nitric acid. Once the gold is sorted, it will be melted in a metal container at around 1064 degrees. Finally, pouring the gold into bars marked by purity or further melt it to remove more impurities. Here's the evaluation and resolutions. The advantages of recycling. The success rate of recycling this material is very high, as fulfilling the process is rather simple. It can be done by individuals privately, then sold on to the market or the manufacturers. It can also be done by factories specializing in it. This limits the problem of the material running out, as it is not a material that counters the use of it by producing simultaneously. Instead, it will be reused and less gold is having to be mined and naturally produced. In this way, there won't have to be searched for more, as it is simply being reused. This limits and reduces the illegal activity, large gold mining companies' power, as they will have less clients purchasing their products since it is now being recycled and sold cheaper, meaning that their mining is no longer required in order to achieve the product. It limits the damage on the soil in the areas of where the mines are because there will be less mining occurring, thus less dissolving of gold ore is required as there will be less gold to produce. As the popularity of mining gold will be minimized, less companies will bribe governments to force individuals out of their homes to create mining space and roads for the company itself. Finally, as there will be a reduced level of gold ore refining taking place, less erosion will occur, and damage of human and animal habitats will be limited since there will be less acid leaking into the soil and rivers. Here are the disadvantages of recycling gold. As the increase of gold recycling may cause gold miners to lose their jobs, causing many problems such as poverty and homelessness, as it may be difficult to find a new job. Areas no longer used for mining may be left immediately after the industry dies, as the company's previous owner owning the mines likely won't care to look after that their mine gets cleaned up and removed. It may minimize the gold industry, thus causing plenty of job loss, not only for miners, but also for company employees, jewelry manufacturers, and so on. It also may cause political issues, as some countries relying their economy on gold mining, as it will increase their GDP or gross domestic product. Here's the one factor I chose to focus on. The mining of gold plays a huge role in the economics of the country. The Democratic Republic of Congo, which has one of the largest amounts of gold in the world, relies entirely on the mining of it to satisfy their yearly target income. The DRC is possessed by a lot of corruption, as it is otherwise not a rich country. due to civil war and border looting over the disagreements of the rightful owners of the areas in which the gold lies. As the Democratic Republic of Congo is desperate for money in order to sustain power in form of military and upholding law, they sell their national product away very cheaply. They do this instead of selling their gold to reliable sources for acceptable costs, gaining the entire country. Thank you.